So disruptive trends, those continue to be disruptive trends. Number one is just whatever Amazon does next that they decide to scale. I mean, because we don't know all the things that they do that they don't decide to scale, because they got 1,000 experiments going at a time. I'll tell you what I'm most interested in right now as a disruptive, which is, and I haven't heard much of it here, but which was good news since hopefully I can make some money off of it, which is linking the store-based inventory to the trade promotion in grocery. Fundamentally, traditional retailers, particularly grocery, are going to still be around. They're not disappearing. There are going to be people that still walk into a grocery store, and so we have to have inventory there. But the ambient center store products are going to increasingly go to subscription-based, Amazon Prime Pantry or Prime Now, or direct from the consumer package companies in many cases. What we haven't dealt with well is actually how do we use that inventory more intelligently. We have people that are working on keeping track of the inventory so we can do shipments from store. We have people working on direct marketing through the mobile devices to consumers. No one's doing that, linking the inventory position and the promotion piece. And I think that's actually a big play. How do we actually get greater rotation out of the inventory that's in a store, and actually potentially have more variety than Amazon can do in a short term, and more targeted promotions instead of the weekly flyers that is the norm in the groceries consumer packaged goods industry. So that's going to disrupt a lot of things. Well, every retailer and every CPG company I meet with ask about what's Amazon doing and trying to predict where Amazon is going, because they are the behemoth. This isn't the first time we've been there. 30 years ago, 1980s, 1970s, everyone was asking what Walmart was going to do, because they were driving the industry and setting expectations and changing the business models. So that's the big question. Other than that, I mean, the other thing that I focus a lot of my time on is last mile. So people are asking, how do you actually make the economics work, and who's going to work and who's going to fail? As everyone at this conference knows, the delivery economics is still, delivery density and drop size are still fundamental economic drivers. That's not changing. A lot of other things are changing. The density of internet retail has changed a lot. I wrote an article called Last Mile to Nowhere in 2001 because density wasn't very big then, and it wasn't going to, the Webvan, Urban Fetch, Cosmo were not going to make same-day delivery economic back then. But we're finally getting there with Prime Now and some others that are actually spending investor money mostly, but it's getting there as a places. I think retailers are along a big continuum. I meet with some retailers who are way ahead of the game. They understand fundamentally what supply chain management and getting inventory there is a critical piece, and the businesses models are changing. There are others that are still sitting on their hands a bit, but fewer and fewer as time passes. I guess I wish I knew what retailers knew was what they want to do with their stores, because that's the big question they need to answer. And I don't think a lot of them don't know the answer to that question yet. And that's the question. Actually, I don't want them to know the answer, because I like them to pay me to help them figure that out.